God bless, and welcome. It has been a lovely day to be alive. This marks my first night shift. Gonna take some getting used to. I must admit, fresh on the go here, that there is PBR is gonna be live at 10, and there. I can't help but revel in the fact that I used to give a shit about what other people thought, and I'd be afraid to shout them out. So yes, I'm gonna try to get all of this in while I can before I can catch PBRs live. And you know what? I got to admit it, and I know already exactly which little glazing channels, the glazers, the simps, and the wannabe pimps that are going to be like, "Oh, look, dude, he's a fan of that person." So, I guess it's almost impossible not to be called something negative if you don't like the person that everybody wants you to, and you give any positive attention to somebody else. So let's do what I came here to do, and let me again add, today was a wonderful day. Okay, so doing we acting, because that's what I've decided to do. Let's see. Look who FaceTimed me. No, I didn't see the entirety of it. I just got up to the part where he got up to somebody who was like sleeping on his phone. What is going on in the world today? Syrup churches a lot. Let's see. Have you mended your ways? Have you made an apology? I hope you've made amends with all the bridges you've burned and the people that you've insulted, and especially I hope you've learned and taken accountability. Basically, okay. Let's see what you got. All right, so this is important enough to post on your Instagram. Look who just FaceTimed me out of nowhere, right on cue. Their playbook is worn out, man. Called me off a number because I had it. Okay, fascinating. You know what I still can't get out of my mind? The live I did yesterday about his connection of spacecraft equals crafting space. I understand coding and the fascination of conspiracy theories. That appears to be like the demographic target. He's going for the people that are willing to just go to the extremes. And I cannot shit on that. It's we can't trust about damn near anything this day and age, especially our government, media. But the whole, like, that's a reach. That's a big reach. And then you throw in some random CIA PDF file, a literal PDF, like a text document, Operation Black Magic, which is not even like, it's an attempt to create a narrative, and you're attempting to sell that narrative and look wiser than you are. So, okay. Let's see what this one's about. It's going to be big to have to top that.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Are you a rainstorm? Because you're predictable as fuck. Where at, Sean?
See him on the bank right there?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
There's two right over there. God, nice.
Look at goldfish, though. A fucking goldfish. Like, what the fuck?
In the middle of the pond.
Dory's over here somewhere, bro. If anybody out there don't like me, I want you to know one thing. I don't.
This is a mighty important message. Nothing says I don't give a flying shit more than getting on every social media platform you have and reminding people every day that you don't give a shit. I mean, there can't be any insecurity there, right? The amount of times, just like, I've done, let's say, 5 videos or so reacting to this individual and his cult-like following. Only the bad ones, the ones that don't hold him accountable, that glaze him and encourage him to never look in the mirror. That's what Creep Squad, Crack Squad is. The real Creakers have a concern for what he's doing, what he's showing. I don't care if you think he's onto something. Something is off. All right, and that's my opinion, but it also appears to be the opinion of many people out there that really, really care about this individual. So glazing is the opposite of showing that you genuinely want to see something positive change. The whole, oh my god, spacecraft, making space equals trafficking. Of course, there's symbology and codes, but that one was a reach and an invention. And this is how he spends his time, reminding everybody he doesn't care, but also showing how rent-free Adam Calhoun lives in his head.
Oops. Give a shit. I really want you to know that I do not give a fucking shit. All this fucking gatekeeping and don't say.
The worst gatekeeping I've ever experienced was when I was accepted into your very community, Creek Squad. I had to face the names I've mentioned time and time again, ad nauseum here. Your Captain Curtain the Closet, and which I have no ill will towards him this day and age, but back then, and of course the infamous 2-hour interrogation from Mr. Powerstroke on Instagram, like I was some sort. He was vetting me, vetting. It was insane, and one day I should just post it all up. But I always thought that was kind of a violation, and here I am thinking that. Meanwhile, this man literally records people without their consent.
That, oh, hush, hush about this, man. Fuck that. Y'all can do that in your own fucking group. I'm not in a fucking group. I'm one person. People could say I'm an asshole. You call it an asshole. I call it being realistic. People could say I'm harsh. What the fuck is your version of harsh? Because I guarantee you mine is way worse than yours.
I wish that he would practice what he preaches here, and that his so-called fans would also practice this. Because people that have become what are known as detractors, that don't have the nicest things to say about him, that decide to do just that, listen to your boy right here. Say what you want to say. Yes, you can be an asshole while doing it. We all have the God-given right. Just, for a group, an individual that preaches being so thick-skinned, you couldn't look any more the opposite.
Which is why, the small things, I cut it loose and don't give a shit afterwards. People's like, oh, you're heartless. No, I'm not heartless. I just don't fucking put up with shit anymore. If you make me feel uncomfortable, or if you make me feel like you're not being a team player, as somebody who wants to be a team player for people, if you ain't being a team player towards me, then fuck you.
He's been the worst team player I've seen in the history of teams. I mean, the common denominator of people burning bridges and getting angry is him, but the Glazers want to overlook that entirely and somehow put him on a pedestal, which is just insanity to me. You can be a fan of anybody you want to, but when you start beefing with somebody because they don't, that's cult-like behavior. You belong in Jared Leto's camp.
Yeah, that's just how it is now. I've been through way too fucking much to sit around and be like, I wonder if so-and-so is my team player. I wonder if they really have my best interest. Motherfucker, if I even fucking smell or think that you fucking don't, goodbye.
Yeah, so in reference to the paranoia speculation, definitely doesn't sound paranoid, right? If I even get a whiff, even if I'm wrong, that you've done something wrong on me or on my name, you're fired. I'm going to drag your name through the mud. The list. Chris Matthews, I think, was the first one that I was around for, and it just keeps on growing and growing. Just in time, I think it's one of the most innocent ones that got pulled into this shit. And then A-Cal, I always felt bad for because, my God, he really tried to deal with things in real life, but Upchurch wanted to monetize on everything and not actually speak man to man. He wanted to do it all through YouTube like a child.
It is what it is. I've been through way more than half the people on here that's watching this video right now. I've had everybody say everything about me underneath the sun. I've had the closest motherfuckers to me stab a fucking knife in my fucking neck. And I'm still here going, you don't want me to talk about you, don't do nothing fucked up to me.
If you don't want me to talk about you, don't do a number of the things you have done, accusing a child that is no longer with us of not existing. Yes, it's old, but you know what? The damage done is not over. Okay, that poor girl, Kaylee Ross, is still just chased off the internet. You have done so many things, and you've never once apologized. The best we can get was going into court of law and saying, I play a character online. As you love or hate Alex Jones, you took a card right out of his deck. And the 36 to 38 motions to dismiss. That's not a good sign.
How many times do I gotta say, just fucking leave me alone? You don't want to leave me alone?
Stop getting online and doing this shit. Do your music, and making so public your animosity to others, especially when they have their own respective followings. What the hell did Jelly Roll really do to you, bro?
It ain't my fucking problem. It's your fucking problem. Because while people say, oh man, all you do is start shit, nah, I just stand here and don't let nobody run me the fuck over.
Calling bullshit on that. You've gone out of your way to be offended or find reasons to validate you being offended. You've become one of the most well-known snowflakes but you've also like your legacy is still just solely regulated on YouTube. Like few and far between. When I was a fan, I found like maybe 6 people in the span of 4 months. When I say, "Hey man, you listen to Upchurch?" Just being real, just being honest. Since people are free to go live online and do as they want, you're open to criticisms. I've taken it, you've taken it, and there's always a bigger scale and a bigger responsibility with a larger following. And it's about how you use that.
Period. It ain't my fault that 90% of the world is people who just let people run them over.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm not one of those. I'm not ever going to be one of those. So you're better off just not even fucking with me or not even talking to me. Just go on about your way.
If only you would have followed your own advice, you might have really hit a legendary status. More than just what you've been on YouTube, really.
Because if you want me to fucking act like I'm getting run over, I'm not no fucking actor.
Yeah, it's easy to single out positive comments when there's an overwhelming backlash after canceling a tour from a tantrum. It's really easy. Haven't seen any of this part, so this is a fresh doing reacting. Looks like it's almost done. Hellbound. Okay, Heavenbound or Hellbound. Of course. Okay. Illuminated. I'm glad the guru came through. Quick segue, since PBR is gonna be on in about 10 minutes. I got a treat, and I'm gonna dox myself real quick. Or did I actually open up this video? It is okay. Hold on. For my own privacy, I gotta do this. Bear with me, people. What's up, BSR and Saffron and everybody that I caught briefly? All right, I gotta open up this video. This is hilarious. At least I know everybody can get along and laugh. At the very least, you see something funny, I hope your pussy's not so damn hurt that you can't laugh. Okay. Let me close. I don't want to keep doxing my Facebooks. C-Fowls, what's up? Oh, shit. Upchurch. No way. Again? Still don't care. Good. I'm glad. I just don't understand why y'all are so triggered. Well, this is an opportunity if you are actually still here. Look, sincerely, man. I became a real fan. Your community was so positive and embracing. It was inspiring. I followed your thought process during the Rodney thing, okay? I feel the evidence presented itself in a manner that made it very clear that you were wrong. We were wrong. It wasn't even me realizing or learning that you were wrong that made me a detractor. It was the simple fact that I saw how you operated the community. You remember Tony Dodge? He was a weirdo and a scumbag. I went after him. I covered that crazy schizophrenic chick. I went after her because she clearly wanted to do harm to you, and she was preaching it out loud. So I covered that, and I'm glad that we saw her get put away. I don't want you to feel that you're in danger, man, but I have kind of been on you as of late recently. Not so much even as a result of your own actions, but it's the lack of me seeing. And I know you cannot control an entire crowd, 3 million plus people, or let's say just 5,000 people that go and tout your name in the name of their behavior. I would hope to see with somebody with as many blessings and fame and adoration as you have, to be able to say, look, hey, this is my name. Don't sully it with this kind of activity. The doxing and the harassment, you've chased channels away. You've just a couple days ago, there was a lovely girl. Her name is now known as Just Sherry. She was here. She had a channel that was inspired by you, Mr. Upchurch. Inspired by you. It was Yo Main Girl. Your community scared her off. Your Captain Kurt in the closet. He called me out because I decided to apologize to another man. Upchurch, get on. No. I have decided to stick on this because of the convictions and my own personal morality. And I hope that he listens to the people that have shared genuine concern. It is somewhat somewhat of a relief to see that he is still looking out for the smaller ones, because I'm never gonna matter on any scale next to his name, never. But it is the little people that you had touch with, that demographic, the little people, and that's what I thought made you so special in the beginning. But then I also witnessed how you would weaponize your community, literally, to go after people that would speak out against you. So that happens long enough, you're going to create the rubber band effect. It's going to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, and then it's going to snap back. And now, this is a channel that was once so indebted and dedicated to everything positive about you, but I couldn't ignore all the other things, and there was some real damage done after all of your carelessness. I have to move on to this video. Let's get a good laugh because PBR is about to go live. So this is what it's like when a liberal, okay, from the lady's perspective here, just it sells itself.
First of all, thank you so much for coming out on this day with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I've just been like ghosted so many times on the apps, and you know how it can be.
And to the individual that got in the chat and said, "Yo, man, he's the man. Get off his lap." You're the problem. You are one of the products of being that larger scale problem. You just want to simp and glaze and never say anything that's critical, something that will pierce and have a positive effect if he takes it with sincerity. You're doing damage by trying to deflect anything that the others that have loved him for 10 years say. So you simping in this chat, every other chat, or any other post he makes, you're doing more harm than good. And you're looking more and more like a cult when it happens.
Right?
Oh, for sure.
I was at this. I thought that I had met somebody who was like the girl of my dreams, but like I gave this land acknowledgement. Like, you know how like, the native people who lived here once, like they were the original people here, and like my culture.
Before I ever ask a lady at the bar, before I grab a seat for him, I'm gonna be like, "Are you okay with me removing this seat from its place? Because we weren't the original founders of this land. Do you think that the ancestors of the land, the true ancestors of this land, the Native Americans, would be okay with me moving the bar stool a little further back so you can, and I don't want to assume your gender, place your they ass on that chair? Is that okay? And can I buy you a drink? But I don't want to assume that you don't have autonomy. So actually, can you buy me a drink?"
Like white culture. I hesitate to even use the phrase white culture, because like, as white people, we don't really even have a culture. Like, not that I'm saying like I'm like white. I'm more like, I'm Jewish. So like, but like, I don't know like how you identify, but I mean,
Okay.
anyways, so like, I was just thinking like, if you wanted to have like more of an open relationship, I would be totally fine to that. Like, I'm like totally open to the concept of like, if you need to see other people and all that kind of fun, then
This is, this dude is bleeding that alpha male status, aura farming. I'm so inspired. Forget this live streaming. Forget my job. I'm going to go and shame myself as much as possible to ensure that some lady will pay attention to me this long and maybe give me a pity fuck. I don't get it. This has got to be fake. It's got to be rehearsed. And the scary part is, like, it could very much be real this day and age. Oh, the fatigue of like being ashamed of ourselves when it comes to things out of our control. Fucking dead.
that's totally fine with me. But like, I just want you to know that like I respect you as a woman, and like your right to decide. Like, I don't want to like control you or like tell you like you have to be exclusive with me or anything like that. Like, you can just tell me like when you want to like be in a relationship or anything like that. But like, you don't have to be exclusive with me or anything like that. So anyway, so I just want you to know I voted for Kamala, and it's like because
Okay, I think, you know what? Props to the lady if she stayed much longer than that. That's nope. Well, that's about it. Ricky Bobby, how you going there? You doing all right? What? Shame yourself for a pity. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. You've got my whole shtick figured out, man. It's okay. Let them be mad. It's content. Yo, Ricky Bobby, right here. The whole channel is shit. Who am I simping, bro? I mean, you can think anything you want to think. God bless this country. You can say anything you want to say. I'd have more respect for you. Shit, I'll drop the link. I gotta go watch the other fella, PBR, Psychopath Rep. Shout out to him. I'm gonna watch him, but do you have the balls? Do you have the conviction to get on panel and school me? You can learn me something, son. You good? I'll do the invite real quick. I'll give it a couple minutes. Come on, man. Show me if I'm being such a bad guy. Yeah. Oh, the Progressive Patriot. Indeed. So I decided to put the two terms together originally for an attempt to unify, but I am far more red-pilled than I started. So it's been a journey, and I love that I've chronicled it. So okay, everybody stay mad. Everybody else stay blessed. No, everybody stay blessed. Karen, I'll wear that badge too. Whatever you want to call me that helps you sleep at night. Here you go. I'll even put it up here for you. You did your good deed. You got some glaze right here and here and all over here. All right. God bless. I'm going to go catch PBR's live. Everybody take care and thank you. Thank you for being you. And that's that. Done. Good night. Can't wait to come back because we just starting.